Yesterday, we talked about different examples and how important is to match, right? The two most important parts of the sentence are which ones? Tell me, what do you remember about yesterday's class? Come on, come on. Remember, remember. Who can tell me?
We were
Yes,
talking about the context
we were talking
in
about
the sentences.
good.
Why, uh, no, how
Mhm.
we recognizing the
Recognize. Simple verb.
recognize
Mhm.
how we recognize the context that we uh, talk about.
Good. I like it.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much
And
it. So
mhm.
continue, continue. Sorry.
Sorry, and it's the depends of the any words in special. For example, ever, always, etc. It
Mhm.
is a little clue
Mhm.
for we situate in any context.
Good. Good, 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 good. Right. So the I like the definition that you're saying. The clue.
Mhm.
The time expression or the context is a clue to understand the form of the verb. If you need the verb in present, in past, in future, etc., you need to understand the clues in the context, in the time expression, the complement, and join it together. I really like that expression. Mhm. So what we are going to do is to connect this context that Benji is mentioning with sentences, right? With sentences that we can speak every time. So whenever you are listening to a person talking in different contexts like routines, INGs, or the different pasts, you can identify what the person is talking about, right? So you need to distinguish between the two different presents, the different pasts, the different futures, and most importantly, the different modals. That's the part that I want to be more emphatic. Modals, because we still have problems with matching modals. So let's talk about this one, okay? Yesterday, we practiced present and we practiced past. We practiced ing and we practiced other types of structures, right? Today, I want to check if you remember each one of these abilities, okay? So we're going to review a little bit of modals so we can dominate them very well. If you want to talk about, let's talk about this chart. Like this. In this chart, you have a series of different contexts, right? All of them correspond to context number 7, right? Context number 7, different contexts. So I want you to memorize this list completely, okay? Each of these contexts correspond to a specific modal. So you need to understand the context, okay? Let's make examples together that have these specific contexts. For example, if you talk about promises, predictions, and spontaneous decisions. Promises, predictions, and spontaneous decisions. You use modal.
Will.
Perfect. For promises, predictions, and spontaneous decisions, you use will. Let's use will in these three different contexts. Okay? First, make an example with will for promises. Then make an example for will for predictions. And then make an example with will, but for spontaneous decisions. Okay? Will expressing. Let's use the word expressing. Okay? Who wants to start? Let's begin with Benji. Give me one example with will expressing a promise. This is easy. You can promise me something.
Promise. I will study for my next exam.
Perfect.
Of English class.
Good. Excellent. Class is extra information. Let's try it again. Complete.
I will study for my next exam.
Perfect. Very good. If you want to be more specific about English, where do you locate the word English?
Exam of English.
Of English can be, okay. You can say exam of English, or you can say English exam.
My next English exam. Okay. Yeah.
That's another option. This one is correct.
Okay.
Good job. Let's go with the next one. Laurita, express a prediction.
Teacher, I confuse prediction and express. How do you say adivinar?
Oh, adivinar is guess.
In yes?
Guess.
Guess. Okay, guess.
Guess.
Prediction is same guess?
Probably, yes. No, when you guess. No, yes, it's probable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when you make a prediction, you are expressing a guess.
Okay.
So it's the same.
It's possible for the time, Weber, or
Yeah.
yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right. But of course, it needs to be in the future.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
It will rain the next night.
Exactly. It
will
rain.
rain the next night.
The next night. Almost there. The next night sounds strange.
Okay. Next night only.
The same problem. Next night sounds strange. This doesn't sound right.
No.
There should be another way. How do you say the next day? Give me an expression for the next day. What is the contrary, the opposite of yesterday?
Today. No.
The opposite of yesterday, the next day. How do you say the next day? For the future.
And future is Last night, no, it's
Mm,
oh no,
next day. Today is Thursday and Friday is,
it Friday, on Friday, or
today is Thursday.
today,
Today.
Thursday.
Friday
Is the next Friday?
similar to the next day.
Mm,
Tomorrow.
yes.
Right, tomorrow.
It will rain tomorrow.
Exactly, it will rain tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes, of course. Let
oh,
me, where are you? Okay, so if you want to say tomorrow in the morning, tomorrow
in the night.
exactly. A good solution for that is tomorrow night.
Okay.
Tomorrow night is better than the next night.
Okay.
Next night, nobody says that.
It will rain tomorrow night.
Perfect. It will rain tomorrow night. That is a prediction. Take a note on your correction book.
Yes.
Okay, good job.
Very right.
Very good. Very, very, very good. All right. The next is the express an spontaneous decision.
Okay. I won't work tomorrow because I feel sick.
Because I feel sick. Okay, I like it. But more spontaneous. I won't work tomorrow. This is like a prediction.
Okay.
Because if you say tomorrow, sounds like a prediction. It needs to be more spontaneous.
More spontaneous.
Like
maybe I don't know. I will go to the party.
I will go to the party. Sounds, but the same problem, because you are saying, if you say I will go to the party is next Friday or in 2 days or in 1 month.
You will,
not so spontaneous.
you will help me.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. We need some help here. If we are talking about
Spontaneous.
let's imagine you are in the you are in the restaurant and you're checking the menu. When you are checking the menu, you are having instant decisions for the moment. What will you have today? If I am your waiter, I'm gonna ask you, what will you have today, lady?
I will test. No. Testing or test. I will test. Okay. The new dish.
Please.
Please.
This is an spontaneous decision.
Okay.
Because it's for the moment, at the moment.
Okay.
You see? If you say, I will go to the party, that's not correct because you are making plans.
Because I have a thought before.
It. Exactly. There was a mental process before the decision. Exactly. Okay. In this case, you are checking the menu and you say, I will take this one. Or you are watching a movie and you say, you know what? Stop the movie. I'll make some popcorn.
Okay.
You see? You are bored in your house and you say, I'll turn on I'll turn on the console. That's a
Okay.
decision that you take at the moment because you are probably thinking about it. I can see much confusion on you guys in this particular one. What do you think about this one, guys? Any ideas? Do you have any questions about the spontaneous decisions? Do you confuse spontaneous decisions?
I will go to the store because
go to-
I there isn't the milk.
Okay. I'll go to the store because there isn't milk. That's a good application of will.
Okay.
Exactly. That's correct. There you have it, guys. You see? That's a correct application. In your case, Benji, do you understand this one?
Yeah, the spontaneous decisions, yes. Well, all in general.
All in general. Perfect. If that is not a problem, we can pass to the next one. Okay? The next one is a little bit less complicated in a way, right? Can I erase this?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, cool. We are talking about imaginary situations. Memories, formal requests or invitations, and routines in the past is the same. No, it's a different thing. Routines in the past. Let's make examples about this word. Let's go number one, Benji. Express an imaginary situation.
Imaginary situation. In this case, we need to use the uh, formal verb, no, ¿cómo se llama? Bueno, the verb would.
Excellent. Correct. For this group, we use would.
Okay. In this case, wow. Example. This I would no. If today would be a an other pandemic,
Okay.
probably we will die.
Okay. Okay. This needs correction, definitely. This is precisely the difference between, or we need to remark the difference between will and would. In the previous examples, we said that will is for promises and predictions, but now you are using will for imaginary situations. That is incorrect.
Okay.
What you need to do is to use the imaginary verb is
Uh-huh.
the one that carries would. Okay. The second part, that where we die, this is the imaginary part.
In this case, we need to use the same verb or would.
Precisely. We cannot use will. You are crossing information and it's contradictory,
Okay.
right? So probably
Probably we will die.
correct. That is the correct form in the second part. When you use would in the second part, the first part doesn't need would.
All the sentence needs to be a imaginary situation.
Mm,
Oh,
I don't know. What do you mean? What I don't understand you.
In the first part, if today will be another pandemic, when I use a would because it's imaginary situation.
Oh, listen. No. You are not listening. When you use would in the second section, person, verb, complement, you don't need would in the first. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
There is, when you are talking about imaginary situations, this is a review for everybody, guys. We are talking about the second conditional. Okay. The second conditional is a specific structure that has specifications. Check this out. Conditionals. On the second conditional, we have person. Well, first the connector, no? If.
Mhm.
The part if is the person and then the verb in past. As you can see, there is no would. You see what I mean? You need the verb in past and you can never use was. What is the other verb to be?
Where,
Correct.
teacher? mm, in this case, another pandemic no is in past, it's in future.
Yep, but it's imaginary. It's not
Okay.
future.
Why?
It's
Okay.
imaginary. That's the reason, because it's imaginary, you need the verb in past and then the verb with the modal in the second section. Like the imaginary situation is when everybody dies. This is a would sentence. But the first part is the context. The first part needs the verb in past. You see, all of this information, we saw it some months ago. And this is a review for the second condition. So in this context, how do you correct this?
If today
Mhm.
been or where?
Been is not past. Been is past participle.
In this case, today. Where?
Mm.
Where another pandemic?
Exactly. Correct. Before we continue, how do you express existence?
Sorry?
I repeat, how do you express existence?
Uh, With a verb be.
Incomplete. Incomplete. How do you say, ya no hay frijoles in English?
There aren't.
There aren't. So, haber una pandemia, how do you say that in English?
Where are?
Where? That's a different word. Pronunciation.
There are another pandemic.
There. Exactly. There are, but there are is present.
There were.
There were. Complete.
If today there were
Aha.
another pandemic,
Yes. What would happen?
probably we would die.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Exactly. That is totally correct.
Difficult.
Yes, because you need to consider the formula for conditionals.
Okay.
Plus the formula for conditionals, you need to remember that the verb haber, habido, etc. doesn't exist in English. In English is the expression there.
Okay.
For existence is there. For the first conditional, you need the verb in past. And the would is the consequence after the section if. Take a note on this.
Only have a question. Is similar to Laurita. I don't know because we use there were because it seems
It seems, I like it. Good.
if the sentences were in past.
Aha, correct. The thing is that, and this is something that I explain in different classes. Let's speak Spanish. Cuando, vamos, en español existe hubiera. Ajá, que es en presente haber, en pasado hubo y en imaginario hubiera o habría. Esos dos no existen en inglés. ¿Me explico? Entonces, la única forma de expresar esos equivalentes en inglés es el verbo en pasado, quitándole was. Por eso existe esa regla. You know? Ya con eso puedes tenerlo en mente. Como no existe el hubiera en inglés, en español sí existe, pero en inglés no hay forma de cambiar el verbo. Como en futuro, no existe un verbo en futuro. Por eso le ponemos will.
Ajá.
Entonces, en este caso, en vez de usar algún otro modal o alguna otra expresión, nada más ponemos el verbo en pasado. Entonces, vamos a traducir un ejemplo. Si yo fuera el presidente, pondría un tren.
Okay.
How do you say that in English?
Mm, eh, a lo mejor se escucha raro, pero a lo mejor lo que se me ocurre es if I will
Will,
presi-
no, impossible because will is not for this text.
pero will sería entonces para una, como hemos dicho, como para una promesa, ¿no? Y no es como que sea una promesa, esto es algo imaginario.
Exactly.
Ok.
Another thing is that the connector if cancels all the modals. You cannot say if I will, if I were, if I would, for example, in the section if, you cannot say will or would.
Mm, And so if I begin my sentence with if,
Ajá,
we can use if I will, or if
correct,
I
si possible.
can, if I any model verb,
Correct.
cancel all model verbs.
All the modals. Ajá.
Oh,
This is a
yeah.
very good observation. You cannot say if I will, if I could, if I may. There is an expression. There is an expression that is if I could, but this is a different application.
Okay,
That's the only exception.
okay, okay.
Okay, the only one that you need is if I and then the verb in past.
Okay, and so with your example, we can say if I there were,
If I
if I
are
there
you
were
expressing
president,
if are you expressing existence or state?
if
You know, ¿quieres decir habría o fuera?
fuera, ¿no? Si yo fuera,
Exactly. So which one corresponds to the verb? Fuera es ser o estar.
debe estar.
So what do you eliminate?
Mm. If I were,
Exactly. Exactly.
mm,
It's because in my example is about the president, and in your example is about the pandemic, and pandemic is existence.
existence, no, de ser, okay.
Exactly. Ajá, de existir, de si hubiera.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Now you get it. Si yo fuera presidente, pondría un tren. How do you say that in English?
If I were president,
Mhm.
if I were president, I would put a train.
That's it. That's it. That's totally correct. If I were the president, I would put a tren. Ta-da! That's imaginary situation because you have the verb in past. Mhm. What is the difference between where in this condition and the first condition? The first condition is with the verb in present. You know?
Okay.
So usually for the first condition, we use when or if. If I am the president, I promise you, imagining I am a candidate to the presidency. If I become the president, I will put a train. In this case is will and the verb in present because I am making a promise for the future.
Changes because it's the consequence,
Right.
not the imaginary situation. Okay.
Not imaginary situation. Correct.
Yeah.
Ajá.
Yeah.
References here. All this is in the handbook, in the PDF that I sent you.
Teacher, this page, there is in the handbook.
Yes, correct. This
Okay,
page is in the handbook.
This
okay.
is the page
I look
number
up.
24.
I look for.
There you have it. Open the handbook. It is there. Mhm. Very good. Very, very good. Expressing memories. This is what we talked when we saw the video about the two boyfriends and girlfriends in the lake. They were expressing memories. Do you remember a memory in the video, or do you have a memory? Let's talk about history.
Yes.
Okay, action. Tell me.
On the video,
Yeah.
the, they have three promises.
Uh,
She would
mhm.
present your no share parents.
Mm, what is the verb for nice to? What do you express?
Meet.
Exactly. Mhm.
He would meet
Mhm.
her parents.
Exactly. He will meet her parents. That is totally
Uh,
correct.
She she would learn dancing.
Mhm. Exactly. Those are two memories. That's it. Very nice. In this context, give me one. One memory.
When I was child,
Yes.
I could collect
Mhm.
stickers. The Sailor Moon.
The Sailor Moon Spanglish.
Say it. Sailor Moon.
Stickers. The Sailor Moon.
The
That's
Sailor Moon
Spanglish. Look at the connector
of the Sailor Moon.
of the eliminate the.
Of Sailor Moon.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
Correction.
Okay. When I was child, I would collect stickers of Sailor Moon.
Mhm. Correct. Very good.
Teacher,
Yes.
okay.
Ahorita.
Because I think
Mhm.
in this example, say I were isn't mistake because isn't say if
Correct. This is not a conditional.
exact,
Mhm.
exactly.
This is a verb in past. We are talking about memories. Good. Good, good, good. You are understanding.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes. Tell me, Benji.
This is contrary the last one example because when I was a child is past.
Uh,
If you say I would collect stickers, I think that is similar to future.
exactly. That's the reason, or future or imaginary situations, no?
Mm,
Or what do you?
yes, imaginary situation.
Like
Or
the
future.
previous example, no?
Uh-huh.
Separate the concept of future and imaginary situations. They are not the same. You know,
Okay.
future is going to, ing, or will. Never would.
Okay, okay.
You need to separate that. But in this case, yes, I understand that this can be confused with imaginary situations. That's the reason it's very important to see the difference. Here you have a when I was. And here you have a if I were. This is the section that makes the difference, like the context of would. This, no, sorry. This one versus this one. Here you have if, and here you have when. And here you have the verb was, and here you have the verb were.
Mhm.
Thanks to that, the meaning of would is different.
Yes. Because the first is conditional
Mhm.
and second is memories.
Conditional imaginary, very important.
Okay.
Very important. And the second one is memories, exactly. So for this reason, it's so important to understand word by word. No paraphrasing, word by word, specific information, details. You got it?
Okay.
You got it.
Got it.
Good job. Perfect. Now that we can check the difference on conditionals, we should be important in the handbook. Structures and in this handbook, we should add that when you are talking about would, structure number 7, imaginary situations, let's collocate 2 asterisks. Okay, in imaginary situations, check conditional 2. Everybody take these notes in your handbook, please. This for imaginary situations, check conditional 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. The next one, expressing formal requests or invitations. In this one, this is pretty easy. We can make an invitation using would. How do you
Would
make
like.
would like? Very good, Laurita. Give me an example.
Teacher, I would like to take coffee with me.
Yeah. Yes, of course. With me. Now, is this a question or an affirmation?
Is question.
It's
Would you
question.
like
Exactly.
would you like to take a cup of coffee with me?
Very good. Of course. Be careful, Laurita. You forgot a connector. A cup coffee. What is a connector?
A cup of coffee.
Very good. Correction.
Would you like to take a cup of coffee with me?
Coffee with me. And that is correct. And I accept your invitation. Please.
Yes.
Perfect.
What do you say? Pronto.
Soon.
Soon.
Soon. Yes, of course. Coming soon. You know? Nice. The last one. A routine in the past. Something that you frequently did, but you don't do anymore. Do you have any of this? Let's go, Benji. One action that you used to do in the past, but you don't do anymore.
In this example, I need to use good too.
Of course, all of these correspond
Ah,
to the same
okay.
group.
Mm, mm, when I was a child, I would run
Mhm,
with my friends.
mhm. When I was a child, I would run with my friends. How often? Where? When?
In the park.
In the park. Okay, that's a classic one, but that's there you have it. That's it, my people. This is the best way to catalog modals. Okay. So you should study modals with this specific strategy. All right. If you see in the movies a modal, you need to copy this example in your handbook, in your book of corrections, and manage all the examples in every specification. That can help you understand modals. You see? And then I can check it. So do you have any question right now?
No, teacher.
No.
No.
All right. Very good. Well, my people, we might guess you finished for today.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
very good
Thank
night.
you.
Study your video for
Good
tomorrow.
night, everyone.
Okay. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
You.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.